Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing an in-depth review about my Celine Sangle handbag. Now, if you're new around here, which all of you would be because this is my very first YouTube video, my name's Virginia. I work full-time as a lawyer in Sydney, Australia, and for the past 3 years I've been running whatveewore.com, which is a personal style blog about workwear and handbags. Now, I love my handbags. And in particular, I'm a bit of a Celine handbag fiend. I've got this bag and I've got 5 Celine handbags in total. And I've been writing a lot about them on my blog and sharing in-depth reviews there because before I purchase a handbag, I always do a heap of due diligence. Like, I love reading reviews, watching videos just like this, because I always find it really interesting to hear about people's decision-making processes, whether or not a bag worked for them, what they liked about it, what they didn't, and whether they thought it was worth the money. So in today's video, I'm going to break down my review into chunks. So I'll talk about sizing, I'll talk about price, I'll talk about general wear and tear, the bag liner that I use, and I'll share my ultimate review as to how I've been getting along with the bag now that I've had it for over a year. Okay, so let's get to it. So I bought this bag secondhand, or pre-loved, which is the more common word these days because I guess it does sound better. So I bought this pre-loved from a consignment store in Sydney called Trading in Style, which I'll link below. The bag retails for 3,500 Australian dollars and I got this for 2,350 Australian dollars. So the bag is old Celine, which means that it's got the little accent over the E. And if you're a Phoebe Philo fan like me, then you will really appreciate that aspect of the bag. I think the original owner of the bag bought this in 2018, which is why it still has the old logo. In terms of the design of this bag, as with all Phoebe Philo bags, the design is very simple and classic. So it's a bucket bag style. The SEAU in Sangle means bucket in French. So it's got one main compartment, a flat pocket on the inside with a zipped pocket, and there are 4 external flat pockets on each side of the bag, and it comes with a removable thick wool strap with an 11-inch or 28-centimetre drop. The bag is made of calfskin with a calfskin lining and gold metal hardware. The leather, I must say, is noticeably softer but more textured than the leather used on, say, the Celine belt bag or the Carbis tote or the luggage bag. But even though it's soft and textured, it still feels very thick and durable. So the Sangle bag comes in 2 sizes, the standard sort of SEAU size, and that is distinguished by the fact that it has 4 external flat pockets, and then the smaller size, which doesn't have the flat pockets and has sort of a longer strap that can be worn crossbody. Even though they're sort of like the same family of bags, I think that the overall look and feel is quite different across the sizes. And so if you are getting a smaller size, you are getting a completely different bag, in my opinion. Okay, another question that I get quite often in my DMs is about the closure of the bag. So the bag has an inner hook closure that sort of hooks onto a ring on the other side. And personally, I find this really clunky and difficult to use, and I don't actually close the bag. So if security is one of your major issues, then it's probably something that you should think twice about. But that said, when I do wear it, like, it's not as if someone can sort of easily access my bag by sort of fishing through, because it sits right underneath my armpit. And so for me, as I'm walking or commuting to and from the office, that's not really a big issue. But when I am leaving my bag sort of on the floor or on the desk, like, you know, everything is sort of visible as, you know, would be expected of a bucket bag. So that's worthwhile noting. So the bag is made of a grained calfskin leather, and if you're familiar with sort of Celine leathers, you'll know that the grained calfskin is very textured, thick and durable leather, but it's not as structured as, say, a Saffiano leather that you'll find in Prada bags, for example, which have that sort of that coating on top. This doesn't have a coating, but because of the pebbled nature of the bag, it doesn't show scuffs or scratches or anything like that. Like, it's quite a durable bag. And so it's been used for 3.5 years, and I would say that there are very minimal scratches, if any. I guess there are a few sort of marks on the corners of the base, which is to be expected, I think, when you're using the bag day to day, as much as I have anyway. But in terms of like the overall condition of the bag, for how long I've had it for, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it's held up. I get a lot of questions about the strap and whether or not the strap is comfortable in comparison to a leather strap. The strap is very comfortable. One of my biggest bugbears though is the fact that it can't be adjusted. I think I would have it up a little bit shorter if I could, because I am petite. I'm 5'2" or 158 centimeters, and I would prefer it to sit a little bit higher. But that said, it's not sort of like a deal breaker for me at all. Like, it still sits at a pretty good height, but just having the ability to adjust it would be nice. Another point that I wanted to mention with the bag is that if you do choose to get it, I would highly recommend that you get yourself a bag liner with it as well. So I picked this one up from Etsy, which I'll link below, and obviously it's just got all the little compartments, a zipped section, just to keep everything in your bag neat and tidy, because the bag itself is just a ginormous bucket with one sort of internal zip pocket. But I mean, your things can get lost in here very quickly. And the last thing you want to do is sort of rummage through everything to try and find your keys, for example. And so I found that this has been really, really good. This is made to fit the Sangle size. And obviously this seller has different sizes for different bags. And that just sort of very neatly pops in like so, just to keep everything compartmentalized and organized. I think this is a really tough question to answer, and it ultimately boils down to what you value. But for me, it has been, absolutely a worthwhile investment, because I love my Celine bags, and I have a few in my collection that I sort of rotate and wear year in, year out. I chose a bag in a color that I could wear for many years to come, and it's one of those bags that can be styled sort of in dressy and casual looks. And so for me, it's like a bag that can be used for whatever I want, really. If you've had this bag on your radar for some time, I would 100% recommend it. It has proven to be a major workhorse in my wardrobe, and it's beautiful, minimal, and even better if you can get it pre-loved. So thank you so much for watching, guys. It's my very first YouTube video, so please be nice. If you want to hear more from me about handbags or workwear, then be sure to do all the things that all the YouTubers tell you to do. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Do all of that with my video too, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.